Hi, this is a review of the order trading system activity for February the 4th, 2022. We had 6 trades on that day, 5 were buys, 1 was a short sell. First trade is APA. That's APA Corporation, tripped at 11:46:03 a.m. at a price of $35.76. It was a buy. It closed the day at 35.49, down 0.14% and down 0.43% after hours. And we don't see the whole stock, so it looks like Yahoo's having a problem today. So we're going to have to take a look at Google. Excuse me. This is APA Corporation. Yeah, it was nice. Strange because here it doesn't look like it's a full morning period. Here it's only like a short period. But okay, so this is the full stock. As you can see, we only got the last end of it here on Yahoo for some reason, which we don't know the reason why. But anyway, it's 34.49, and it occurred at 11:46. Yeah, it occurred right around. There was a little bit of a peak, 35.80. 35.72, 35.44. Excuse me. 35.48. Excuse me again. So right around 12 o'clock, it shot down. So we're talking 11:46 to 12. We've got about a period of 15 minutes here where it was up above a tripping price on a regular basis. So to me, that's a positive. It's not a long positive, and you can see right after that, the stock just dropped. So we take a look at the indicators. I'm going to assume it's going to show an ending period of a downward activity. Yeah, volume a little bit, but volume moving mostly sideways. It jumped up. You can see it moving up a little bit here during the upward trend, but moving sideways on a regular basis. And you see the end of the day just dropped. MACD came up sideways, dropped at the end of the day. DI, same thing, came up negative for practically the whole afternoon. A little bit of a jump here, and then the end of the day dropped. And Bollinger, same thing, came up a little bit and then dropped. Bollinger Band actually showing this stock technically was moving negative for the day, so just happened to be. I just deleted that, so we're gonna have to wait for it to reactivate. Anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next trade is it's back. Alright. Okay, PA. KIM. Next trade. That's Kimco Realty Corporation, tripped at 103:19 p.m. at a price of $23.84. It was a buy. Close right around our stripping price, and again we don't have a full day on the charts for Yahoo for some odd reason. So this is KIM, Kimco Realty, New York Stock Exchange. Okay, so $103. Yeah. So you see it came up $23.91. Yeah, so it came up $23.91, $24.14, $23.84. Yeah. practically the whole day. It was just 23.88. So we could see it was really at the end of the day where it just dropped down below its dropped down towards or to its tripping point. But besides that, it was positive pretty much the whole afternoon. So 1 o'clock to 3 to 4 o'clock. So we're over 3 hours where it was positive. So that is a positive. We'll have a look see at the indicators. Okay, same type of thing. Came up and end of day drop for volume. MACD came up, and end of day it was dropping. DI up, end of day dropping. Bollinger Band showing a nice steadily increase and end of day dropping. So the stock was moving positive for the most day, but closed down. Next trade is LLY. That's Eli Lilly and Company, tripped at 2:05:14 p.m. at a price of 242.24. It was a short sell, and surprisingly enough, 242.27, down 1.04% and up 0.09% after hours. That particular stock recovered, and of course we're not seeing the whole stock, so LLY. Excuse me. Okay, I think we caught it around here, 205. Yeah, we caught it just down here. We caught it right around where it was negative. $242.02. Actually, it was down 242.44. Wish we could take a shorter range of the stock and see it a bit closer. I don't know if yeah, that even the detailed chart on Yahoo's only showing afternoon period, so that is weird. Okay, so we can see roughly, it looks like around 233, so maybe around 230 where it jumped up above its tripping price. But from there, 205 to 233. So we're talking a good half an hour where it was down below its tripping price. Yeah, on a regular basis. So this whole period here, for 15 minutes or so, it was down below its tripping price. And that is a positive, surprisingly enough. Because you can see right after that, it recovered fairly strongly. But then you can see that drop at the end of the day. So we can see that it looks like the activity for the markets on that day was closing was bad. So you can see here it dropped, and in the afternoon it recovered, and then the day dropped. MACD same thing, came down, recovered, dropped. Came down, recovered, and then dropped again. The same thing, Bollinger Zone, same thing. So Bollinger Band showing it somewhat moving sideways for the most part, just jumping up and down a little bit. Okay, that's normal, but if it pretty much ends the same place where it was at, it's somewhat sideways. But here we have this drop here, which tripped, and then this recovery, and then this drop right after hours. Or, excuse me, drop at closing. Next trade is TRMB. That's Trimble Incorporated. Tripped at 3:07:42 p.m. at a price of 71.27. It was a buy, and it closed at 70.47, down 0.38% and down 0.01% after hours. And because Yahoo's not working, we'll have to take a look at the stock on Google. TRMB. Trimble, NASDAQ. Yeah, 3. So it tripped right around this period, and then came up, stayed up, 71.35, 71.25, 71. So we can see we're roughly around 335, just below that. So like 335 to 340 is when it started coming down again. But we can see that it was tripped at 3 o'clock to 3:30. We can see there's a good half an hour here where it was above its tripping price on a regular basis. So we'll say that's a positive, and we'll check the indicators. Yeah, okay, volume came up and then dropping off. Actually, a good portion of the late afternoon it was dropping off, so, down. I'd say MACD was showing that it came up, came down. DI was up and then dropped, so, same thing, volume went up and down, so. Stock was somewhat moving positive until the end of the day. Next trade is TTD. That's the trade desk incorporated, tripped at 3:15:06 p.m. at a price of 72.79. It was a positive. It closed at 73.04, down up 10.94%, down 0.33% after hours. It still closed above its tripping price, and end of the day after hours still above its tripping price. So that's 5 stocks. And we'll check the indicators for that. Okay, it's a little bit different. This volume here showing it was up. Volume was up pretty much okay afternoon. MACD showing it was up pretty much. DI was up. Boiler bench on the stock. Strangely enough, of all the stock, this stock here was pretty much moving positive for the day period, it looks like, or for the period of time we were monitoring. Next trade is PBF. That's PBF Energy Incorporated, tripped at 3:37 p.m. at a price of 18.60. It closed 18.29, up 4.22%, down 1.31% after hours, and that closed below its tripping price, so we'll have to take a look. PBF. Okay, and this is right at the end of the day. Yeah, you can see it hit a peak. It hit a peak, but it was still up above 1852. It hit a peak and then dropped off, so definitely not a positive. Let's just check to see what the indicators are going to indicate. OBV sideways for the most part, just jump here and then drop off, up, drop off, up, drop off, down. It has to be a negative because indicators, they're showing somewhat positive for the most part, but Bollinger Band giving you a clear picture, it was pretty much moving sideways price-wise. And at the end of the day, you can see it just dropped off. So the stock is showing really a negative result for the end of the day, and I have to take the aspect that, yeah, it's not showing concretely enough that the stock was moving positive for a good portion of the period that it was being monitored, and the end of the day was negative. So it just happens to be not a great possibility. So we'll leave it at that. So that's 5 out of 6 stocks. That's 83%, which is not too bad considering the day obviously looked like it was ending in a bad sort of situation. So anyways, I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.